Hey, everybody, this is Larry. This is day 19, hopefully. No, it should be day 19, right? Okay. Yeah, day 19 of the Legal Day Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's poem. Today we have 1233 remove subfolders from this file system. I don't have much of an update about my workout today. I just did 4 miles and then rested. I need to clean up my apartment, honestly, because now I'm beginning to finally run every day, almost every day at least. And the laundry is just picking up, and it's getting pricey. But it is what it is. You need to figure out what to do. But either way. Yeah, I also need to swing by the REI or something. Anyway, it's not the point. Let's get to look at today's farm. Remove subfolders from the file system. You have folders. You remove all subfolders in those folders. You may return the answer in any order. Okay, what does that mean? So you have okay, so you have folders and a subfolder. Okay, I think the way that you can do n is, I don't know. I think the canonical way that I would think about it is probably with whatchamacallit, a prefix tree, or otherwise known as a trie, right? You look at each node or each directory as a node on the tree, and if you do that, then everything should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think so, right? I think I think there is some other things you have to kind of make sure you do with respect to getting to process them in order maybe would be a little bit useful, and that requires sorting. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. But keeping in mind that actually maybe I was going to say that I already did really, that a try will help, and definitely it certainly will. But I guess another thing that is true is that if a folder is a subfolder of another folder, then by definition, and I'm trying to think of a counter case, to be honest. So give me a second. I'm trying to see if I could be clever here, which is that by definition we sort, then the parent folder, if you will, or something like that, will have to be the node before, right? Assuming that we remove all the subfolders before that. Is that true? What I mean by that is that, if you sort stuff, right? Let's say you have here, and then now we don't even need to use that. But let's say you sort, so now you have A, right? You have A, dot, doesn't really matter, and that gets removed because it matches with A, and because the prefix match, right? And then now let's say we already removed this, and now maybe we have a B. But that doesn't make sense because that also is A, right? So then this gets removed. I'm trying to come up with a case in which, there is like a in-between thing. So like A, B would be in between, but such that it doesn't get sorted into, like this would not match. I guess if you are not careful with the slashes, that could happen, because I think I don't know if slash is before or after this, another character. I actually don't know what it is on the ASCII values in terms of sorting, though we can do stuff about it. But in any case, let's say we ignore the slash, then here we always sort this into next to it, right? And I guess my thing is that, is there a counterexample in which you sort and you're trying to remove a subfolder that isn't sorted to next to it? Yeah, obviously if you do something like this, then the C is not next to this, but in here we assume that we remove this first, right? And you can easily implement that by using a stack. I don't know what I did last time. Then look at it. But I think the try solution would definitely work. But now I'm I don't know. I want to experiment. So let's play with it. Let's see if we can learn something new. We do want to split it up by this, so that we don't have to worry about ASCII this. And then this becomes the key. We probably want to cache this, honestly, but in theory, each word will get parsed log n times, so it's not. I'm not worried about it per se. But then here, let's just print out the photos real quick. Here, I mean, there's no counter example, or it doesn't. The counter example doesn't show up here, or here, or here, right? So, okay. I mean, am I convinced? No, not 100%, but I do want to try something new, so bear with me. My apologies, this is a live recording of a video, and I do try to play around. And honestly, though, the reason why I play around, I mean, okay, maybe that's too whatever. If I had said, I'm trying to play around to learn for something in the future, so that I could use maybe, that's probably technically true, but that's probably not 100% honest in that, like, I'm doing it for curiosity's sake and not necessarily for some future thing's sake. But that said, this kind of curiosity will allow you to have some sort of foundation. Maybe, I mean, the summation of a lot of little things will allow you to work on maybe another problem with that. This does come in handy next time. So I don't know. It is part of my exploration, so do bear with me. And also because I've done this problem before, 2 other times in fact. Maybe I've done the same exploration in the past and didn't learn from it. Otherwise, I would just know and then be able to tell you. So, my apologies in either case. But yeah, so then now we can just, let's say we have a stack, with that being the answer, right? So then now for F in folder, we want to do basically put it on stack, and then if, so what, our hypothesis is that, hypothesis that this has 2 elements, and the one that was previously on top of the stack, if this or the current thing is in this, right? So, is subfolder of maybe, I don't know, right? And then maybe we have a function that's like def is subfolder of A and B, which is to say, is A a subfolder of B, right? And then here, maybe you could write something like, yeah, so, well, first is that if, how do you say? I would say, oh yeah, if B starts with A, if this is not true, then this is false, right? Just, that's just the way it is. Like, and this is a string prefix, it doesn't have to be a full thing, but then now that it is true, it doesn't make it true. It's just that now we can do it folder by folder. For example, you can imagine the case being like, I don't know, A, B, C, A, something like that, and then A, B, C, A, B, right? Or something like that. This is a prefix of this, but that does not make it true. But if it is something like CB, then this is not a prefix of this, and that's just not true, right? So that's basically the idea. Also, I mixed up the order. I think it should be A starts with B. Yep. Because A is a subfolder. Okay, yeah. So I messed that up already, but yeah, so we could do a zip of A dot split and also B dot split, and then now we have maybe for, I don't know, zip A, zip B in this, right? So if zip A is not equal to zip B, then we return false, and that should be it, right? Because, well, it should be it if length A is greater than length B, or length A is, yeah, greater than length B. Because if length B is greater, then that's also no bueno. So we probably have to store this down, right? So let's just say, what do I want to call it? String A, or it's technically parsed A maybe. Naming things is hard. A parsed is equal to this. B parsed is equal to B that's right? A B B B, right? What about duplicate folders? Okay, each folder name is unique. Okay, maybe that's fine then. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, as we said, so now if length of AP is greater than BP, or the other way around. Oops, I was let's make return false. Just because you don't go enough. And then now, if you know, otherwise, then we can go through element by element. If they're not the same, then it's false. Otherwise, they then we have more elements of A than B, and then B should be returned true. Anyway, and if this is for we do pop, and that should be good. I want to say. If not, then that's just sad, because we spend a lot of time on it. It works for the examples. So let's give it YOLO. Again, I'm not 100% confident, but I was going to say that I wasn't 100% confident, but in a good way, right? Because if I was wrong, then now I have a counter example to give me intuition. I'm like, okay, I'm wrong because of this example that I just didn't consider, right? Which I consider it a win, to be frank. Okay. So my intuition was right, which is kind of awkward. I don't know that I have a strong proof for this. Some of it is just intuition built on experience and history. Let's see what I did last time. Last time I definitely did not do that because the one time is just so fast. What did I do last time? Well, I did do it that way. Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong. I did do it that way. Oh, so I got rid of, well, okay, I did do it the same way, but I did do it with a lot of cleverness because so to get rid of the case that I talked about, the case that I was worried about was something like, you know, A, B, C, A, B or something like that, as we said, and then A, B, C, A, B, D, right? Even though this is a prefix of this, this is wrong, right? But if we added a thing on each one, then now this is no longer a prefix of this. And that's basically how I got rid of it. And that makes it just unnecessary and faster. That's how I kind of did it. Wow. Larry from a year ago is smarter than I am now, probably. At least on this farm, or at least on today. Though last year, I don't know, this is on October 24th is actually 3 or 4 days before my marathon. So I was probably like, as tired as I can be well, maybe not the most tired, maybe a week before the marathon is the most tired, but it was very close to the most tired of, so I have no excuse. Maybe today I'm just bad. What did I do in 2019? In 2019 I just put everything in a hash table and go through the tree. This is kind of like a try implementation actually. Just that every time you go on a node is another n, so it's not a clean one per se, but it's also maybe okay because it's only like L times this instead. I don't know, or L squared times this, but not in most cases. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I just want to get your ideas. Let me know what you think. Apparently, I did know about this in the past, and I just forgot about it. Or I don't know, maybe I didn't prove it last time and now I didn't prove it. So maybe I've learned nothing, like Jon Snow. Anyway, that is all I have for today. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.